Imagine a world held in the grip of a single man. A quarter century before the birth of Christ, the dust of civil war has settled, and one figure stands alone at the pinnacle of human power. Augustus Caesar, the grandnephew of Julius, the sole master of the Roman world. We look at maps of Europe today, France, Spain, Italy, the Balkans, and we see powerful nations. But Augustus? He held them all. From the Atlantic waves crashing on the coast of Portugal to the burning sands of the Euphrates in the east. From the misty forests of the Rhine to the Sahara Desert. 100 million souls, 1/3 of the human race, all bowing to one will. Walk the remains of this empire today, and the ghosts are everywhere. The great aqueducts striding across the plains of Spain like stone giants. The amphitheaters in North Africa, where the sand is still mixed with the dust of martyrs. Augustus boasted that he found Rome a city of brick and left it a city of marble. And he did. It was a golden age of architecture, of literature. Virgil, Horace, Livy, names that still ring down the corridors of time, were writing the lines that would define Latin civilization forever. But beneath the marble, beneath the poetry, something was rotting. Geopolitically, this was the perfect storm. The Pax Romana, the Roman peace. It wasn't just a slogan, it was a logistical miracle. The Romans built a road network that has never really been equaled until the modern railway. You could walk from the borders of Scotland to the mountains of Armenia on paved roads, safe from bandits, protected by the legions. This consolidation created a unique historical moment. Barriers were down. Trade flowed. Ideas flowed. The Gaelic language had become the lingua franca, the English of the ancient world. You could travel 3,000 miles and still order dinner, still argue philosophy, still do business. The world had never been this small. It was a globalized system waiting for a global message. But what kind of world was it really? Strip away the glory of the legions and the shine of the marble. It was a world of profound spiritual emptiness. The old gods, Jupiter, Juno, Mars, they were tyrants. They were mirrors of human vice, only stronger. They were lustful, jealous, cruel. If a man lived like the gods he worshipped, he would be a monster. The philosophers, the Stoics, the Epicureans, they tried to fill the void. They talked of virtue, of pleasure, of endurance. But it was cold comfort. It was a religion for the head, not the heart. It offered no hope for the slave dying in the mines, no solace for the mother weeping over a child's grave. The suicide rates were staggering. The divorce rates were sky high. Men refused to marry. They refused to have children. The population was actually shrinking in the midst of all this plenty. It was a civilization dying of a broken heart. And then there were the Jews, a tiny, stubborn people in a backwater province. They were different. They didn't have idols. They didn't have a pantheon of squabbling deities. They had one God, and they had a book. While Rome was building temples to Caesar, the Jews were reading ancient scrolls that promised something impossible. A deliverer, a Messiah. And strangely, this feeling wasn't just in Judea. It was in the air. The Roman historians, the Eastern sages, everyone seemed to feel that the old order was done, that the fullness of time had arrived. So the stage was set, the roads were built, the languages were unified. The world was at peace, but it was a peace of exhaustion, not contentment. The human spirit was starving in the midst of a feast. And into this colossal, marble-clad, spiritually bankrupt empire, a carpenter's son was about to be born. He would have no legions. He would have no wealth. He would be born in a stable, in a conquered province, under the nose of a paranoid tyrant named Herod. He was the heir to a kingdom that would outlast Rome, a kingdom that wouldn't be built on the bones of its enemies, but on the hearts of its subjects. The Caesars are gone. Their palaces are ruins. But the dominion of this child, that was just beginning.